For the process of fermenting chilies, you need water, salt, chilies, and something to store them in. Fermenting your own chilies brings some unique and interesting flavours to your hot sauce. So we're starting with jalapeños and just taking off the tops and chopping them all into nice manageable sized pieces so they'll fit in the jar a lot easier. Transfer them to your jar and just leave them to the side for a second while we look at our chili Serrano. And the Serrano chili is quite a popular chili all around the world, sometimes red, sometimes green, but always with quite a fiery temper. But with these, because they're quite small, we're just going to take the stalk off and fill up the jar, and once it's full, leave it to the side while we move on to our guajillo chili. Guajillo is the name given to the dried mirasol chili. It's not too spicy, it's got a real nice bitterness to it, and it gives amazing colour and flavour to any dish that's added to. As these are dried chilies, they're very easy to just tear up, so we're just taking off the stalk and filling up our jar. And then we're going to add a little bit of white onion to each of these 3 jars. I would have added some garlic cloves as well, but I didn't actually have any in the house and I forgot to get some from the shop. Oh well, next time. And now onto the brine. It's a very simple solution. Instead of adding up all your weight of all your different ingredients and blah blah blah, just literally weigh out your water and then just times it by 0.03. And that's how much salt you need. Then measure that out, mix it together, and fill up your jars all the way to the top. Make sure all your chilies are completely covered. And then to try and stop all the chilies floating to the top and keeping them submerged under the liquid, we're going to let some weights in. So some little tubs with some water, and we're just going to leave these for between 7 and 12 days until they look nice and funky. Like this. So these were left for 10 days, and you can see they're completely different. And as we open up the first one, I'll just explain to you that the white on top is yeast. It's not actually that bad for you. The only bit that is bad is the bit that's growing on the chili that's not been fully submerged in the water. So we're going to remove them. Try and remove a little bit of the extra white as well. Just be careful not to mix too much back into it because it could affect the flavour in the end. Then once you're happy with removing all the yeast, pour your chilies through a sieve, but save the brine. And we're going to put that into a blender with a touch of the brine in liquid, not all of it. Just adjust to the consistency that you like and then give it a good blitz, making sure it's really nice and fine. Then we're actually going to strain this out as well to get rid of all the lumps. I just want a more thinly based sauce here. So just using the back of a spatula and pushing it through, and then get ready to try it and wait till it hits. Wow, that is really spicy. Really spicy. That actually hurts. So we're going to try and actually reduce the picante of this spice by adding some lemon, vinegar and honey, and adjusting the levels until you get the nice consistency and flavour that you're actually looking for. Something that you can actually stand without your head getting blown off. Then pour it into a bottle and we're onto the jalapeño. So open the top, look at the nice beautiful yeast along the top of that. So we're just going to lift out the weight and start skimming off a little bit of that whiteness across the top. You don't have to be too meticulous with this because that yeast is not going to hurt you. But just remove a little bit of it and then get ready to blend it. Same again, pouring it out through a sieve, then into a blender, getting it all nice and smooth, adding in a little bit of the brine, just enough to get the nice consistency that you like. But I'm going to automatically add in a touch of vinegar and some lemon to this one with a seasoning of salt and pepper. And it's all just about finding the right balance of flavours and spiciness and sourness to get the ultimate jalapeno hot sauce. I wanted this one to be a little bit chunkier, so I was happy without straining it, and I just poured it into my jar, left it to the side. We're on to the guajillo one. And I'm guessing because they used dried chilies on this one, the yeast build-up has not actually happened that much on here. There is a little bit of furry mould, so you want to remove that, just on that top chili that you can see right there. And then same thing again, we're just going to throw it straight into a blender. There was the right amount of brine liquid in this one, just to make the perfect consistency for my liking. I just added a touch of seasoning with a little bit of lemon juice, give it another fine blitz together, drank myself a beer, and then poured it into another jar so we can compare them all side by side. And look at the 3 incredible colours of them sauces, they're beautiful. So just giving them a little bit of a shake and then pouring them out onto some nachos, ready for comparing. Right, so we made hot sauce, jalapeño, guajillo and serrano. And well, let's try them one more time. Let's start with the guajillo because I know that that's probably the mildest. That's really good, like really like bitter, not too spicy. A jalapeno. That's a lot spicier. But again, really good flavour, really sour as well, it's really nice. And I'm actually scared to try this last one because I know that this one is very hot. That's a lot better now we've added the vinegar and everything. It's still really spicy, but really nice. And the honey actually comes through nice and sweet through it. It's really good. Well, there you go. Homemade hot sauce, fermented, taken nearly 2 weeks. Definitely worth it because it's probably going to last about 3 years in the fridge now, so there you go. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, do all that stuff. I'll see you in the next one, and remember, just keep cooking.